Hi everyone! No, it's been a while. I promise I have been busy and I've been making lots and lots of food with my Instant Pot. Tonight we're making jambalaya. And as you all know, or at least I hope you know, rice in the Instant Pot works out great. I'm not really changing the recipe a whole lot. I'm starting with frozen chicken, turkey polska kielbasa, and onion, and 1.5 times the water that the recipe calls for. Alright, I'll bring you guys back when I get everything in the Instant Pot and going. Okay, so I just turned on my Instant Pot to the sauté feature. You don't have to take this extra step, it's just I wanted to show you it doesn't add that much time. It's saying it's on and it's heating up. Oh, as I was saying, you don't need to take this extra step. Sorry for the dog. Very excited. Dinner time and I'm making her wait an extra 5 minutes. Back to dinner. As I said, you don't have to take this extra step. I just like to show you that it doesn't take but maybe 5 extra minutes. You're still doing everything in the Instant Pot all at once. You don't have to take any other steps other than throwing all the ingredients in and putting the lid on and hit go. But if you want to saute the stuff ahead of time, and that would be the onion and the turkey polska kielbasa, this is what you do. So I have about 1.5 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil in there. And the reason I'm using some olive oil is because I am using turkey polska kielbasa and it's very low in fat, which is a thumbs up for everybody out there who's trying to watch their cholesterol. Okay, so it's in there, and now I'm going to add the, oh, my hands are clean, by the way. I'm going to add the turkey in there as the onion heats, or the olive oil heats up. Get that out of the way and let that go for just a minute or two while I get my handy dandy silicone spatula. Look, it's been well loved. Get that going in there for just a second, and I will bring you back when we see some. Oh, well, now you can hear the Instant Pot is heated up and is ready to get going. We'll let this go in here for just a minute. And I wanted to show you guys in real time that it really doesn't take that much more effort, like I said, to just take these extra steps of browning the polska kielbasa, putting the onions in there till they're translucent. And all I really wanted to do before I added the onions was hear that sizzle. And I have 1 medium yellow onion. You can use whatever onion you prefer or is your family's favorite. And I just have this on the normal saute setting. I didn't turn it on high or low. Give me just 1 second while I go take care of the dog. Very, very, very excited. Sorry about that. If you hear her in the background, it wasn't planned. She's not being hurt. She's just anxiously waiting for me to feed her and in the interim playing with our other dog. And I normally, if I weren't adding a prepackaged rice to this, I would probably add a little bit of salt here just to get those onions starting to sweat a little bit more. And as you go, you season as you cook. You know, everything is layered, so you season as you go. And as you can see, it's been just a couple of minutes here. Nothing is really It's not really taking that much time on my part. Not taking that much extra effort on my part to saute this. It's still all done in one pot. Granted, I will give you that I chopped the onion ahead of time, I measured the olive oil ahead of time, and I chopped the polska kielbasa ahead of time, and I had that all prepped and ready to go. But when you're doing it normally as opposed to videotaping, that won't affect, or you won't have to deal with that extra time of prep work unless you just like to do like me, and that's mise en place, and have everything prepared so that when you start cooking you're not going, I'm missing something, what did I forget? This way it's all just ready to go, dumping it all right in. And I can see my onions are starting to get a little soft. They're smelling different now. They don't smell as harsh as when they're raw, which is always a good sign. And after I get this where I want it, I'm just going to add the rest of the ingredients. And I wanted to address something while we're here. The Instant Pot has a rice button on it that will prepare the best rice, you know, that you've had quickly, easily, and just as good as any rice cooker, if not better, in my personal opinion. But for this meal, even though jambalaya is a rice dish, I'm not using the rice function because I've added to it something to make it a more complete meal. I've added a meat, or a protein, I've added a veg, and I'm adding a frozen meat, just to show that it can be done. And so that's why I'm not using the rice button this time around. I have used it, it works great. I don't use it for the brown rice, although some people say, or the book says you can, even though it says if you're doing specialty rices, you might want to just follow the chart below in the book. All right, I got the onions where I want them. Yeah, that's where I want them. So at this point, I'm gonna add my rice. Excuse the loud noise. I'm gonna add my rice. And this is just a family size Zatarains. Zatarains isn't paying me for this. It's not an endorsed video. This is just the brand that my family likes. So you just add, pack it in. In the Instant Pot, it says for rice, you're supposed to use 1.5 times the rice for every 1 measurement of rice or water. 1.5 times the water for every 1 of rice. So if you have 1 cup of rice, use 1.5 cups of water. The package instructions said to use 3 3¾ cups water, and I did the ounce conversion, which came out to 15 ounces. I'm gonna give that a quick stir. It also says on the package instructions that I should have this go for about 20 to 25 minutes. But what it says on my guide, there's some onion on there and I don't want to forget anything. On my guide inside my Instant Pot book, it says I'm supposed to go for 8 minutes for rice. So because I have some frozen chicken that I'm going to add right now, frozen boneless, skinless chicken breasts. Just going to put 2 of them in there and then I'll shred them up when all is said and done. Excuse me while I wipe my hands off before I move forward with a clean towel. Sanitary is very important. Stir these around, get them moved underneath the liquid. And don't forget, these chicken breasts, as frozen as they are, have a lot of liquid in them. Okay, back to what I was saying about rice. So what you're supposed to do when you're making rice is you're supposed to, when the timer's up, you're just supposed to let it come to pressure, or release all of its pressure naturally. So you don't come back and release the valve, you just let it do it, it's on its own, so you can have a fluffy rice. You don't necessarily have to follow that if you don't want to, if you don't like super fluffy rice. I've done it before where it's been 15 minutes and it still hasn't released naturally, and I've let some of the pressure out and it was good to go. So what I'm gonna do, since I have frozen chicken breasts in there, and all the other ingredients, instead of the 8 minutes prescribed, I'm going to go for 12 minutes on my rice. And then I'm gonna let it come down to pressure naturally, and I'll bring you back when so using the manual option. So I'm gonna turn it off because I've had it on saute. I'm turning it off. I'm putting my lid on. And because it's hot in there, you can see that the pressure valve already came up. Way to let that, to fix that is to release the pressure in there. Push this back into the secure pressure position, the float valve. Come over here and hit manual on the front. Adjust the timer to 12 minutes. And then let it go. At high pressure, not low pressure. Don't adjust the pressure, just at high pressure for 12 minutes. All right, when it's done, I'll bring you back and show you guys what we got. And the timer's ready to go. All right, it's been 42 minutes. I don't know if you can see, but my pin has dropped. See, I can put my finger in there. It dropped all on its own. I didn't encourage it at all. We're gonna open this together and see how it turns out. And remember, one of the keys to opening this for safety reasons is to open the lid away from you. So you give it a twist, lift, and open away from you. See all the steam going the other direction? Oh well, my Lord. That looks really, really good. Let's get our spatula out. And nice and fluffy rice, because we let it come down on its own. Nothing stuck to the bottom. I don't know if you can see that here on me. Nothing stuck to the bottom. I have perfect rice. I'm gonna go ahead and break one of these open for you so you can see the inside is perfectly cooked for the chicken. And that's after putting it in there frozen. All right, when my son gets home, I will have him taste test this for you and give you a thumbs up if it's repeatable. I'd like to hear what you guys want me to make in the Instant Pot. Like I said, I know I've been gone for a little while, but I have been crazy busy working in this thing and using it and becoming very, very, very familiar with it. Can answer pretty much most questions. Stay tuned, because there may be a surprise coming up in one of my future episodes that would be just in time for the Christmas holidays. Yeah, okay, so like I said, when my son gets here, we'll have him give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down. All right, talk to you in a little bit. Okay, and for everybody out there, as promised, my son, all his curly hair and everything, looking normal, is getting ready to try, for the first time, the jambalaya in the Instant Pot. And remember, after you try it, it's just a thumbs up or thumbs down. Oh, that's a thumbs up. That means we can put it in the rotation. And you saw how easy it was. Plus, you don't have to take the extra steps I took with the sautéing of the onion. Oh, second bite, bonus. The sautéing of the onion or the sautéing of the kielbasa. All right. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Share it with everybody that you know so that we can spread the joy that is the Instant Pot. And if there's anything that you are wanting me to make for you in the Instant Pot, please leave it in the comments below. More stuff coming, and like I said, opportunities going to be knocking soon, and something may be coming up, a surprise of the giveaway kind. All right, keep watching. See ya. Bye.